Warning: the following program contains world premiere certified ball players, incredible interviews, latest, hottest content material, may not be suitable for people with the following medical condition: original phobia, acute player hater disorder, no jumper, no handles, allergic to playing defense. If you suffer from any of these conditions, contact your coaching staff.
3 minutes to go. Give it up, get it back, and make a poster.
Welcome to License to Ball podcast, where certified ballers play. And now here's your host, Hip Hop.
Welcome to the License to Ball podcast. Got on deck today. It's the Final Four 7A over there at Georgia State. I didn't get the memo that they have remodeled Georgia State. You know, I thought it was a whole new arena, but it's the same building. They just remodeled. They gutted out the inside and made it dope. Man, it's nice in there. They going down to Macon, and they need to keep that thing down. I guess Macon a little bit bigger. And they have their way. They have their way with Macon. You know, they got their way with Macon. They can do what they want down there. That's what the Georgia High School Association does. Macon, they really do good down there. They really control the scene, man. So we got that Final Four, man. Man. Final Four really didn't disappoint. Not at all. Didn't really disappoint, man. So you got McEachern facing off against Wheeler. Wheeler going for 6 championships down there at Georgia State. Then you get the nightcap. Grayson, Milton. And Milton seemed like was left for dead this year. Like, nobody's seen them going to Final Four this year with the pieces they got. You know, they didn't see that. Then you got with Dixon. Man, Dixon getting good, man. Dixon's a true point guard. Kind of remind me a little bit of Iverson, man. He got some Iverson in him, man. Oh, no, we got some Iverson in him. But we're going to do, the game of the night, really. McEachern and Wheeler, man. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and just jump into these highlights, man. We got over McEachern and Wheeler, and we're going to go ahead and jump into these highlights. They got right here working the ball around, miss right here from the corner. Ace Bailey, miss a do it himself. Grab the ball. He like the modern day Home Depot. The OGs are watching his show, and I know, look at him. He in his face talking to the man about that. Nice cross the court pass right there from Kevin Savage to McKenzie right there. They come down court, running down court quick, miss it, try to put it back up, take it down court, get stolen right here, and give it back to Home Depot again. Do it yourself. Looking at the crowd, let them know this my gym, this my state. Right here, Kevin Savage, a nice little drive right here. Played a big game, man. Real big game. Right here, Doji right here with the and one. I said you can check the receipts. That's the glue of the team right there. And you got Jay Nash right here. Hit him off the curl. And you got Doji again with the dunk. We had to start this into the third quarter, too. That's where it really got caught real fire. Look at this. Man, James downtown for that one. Right here, he didn't get his feet set. He got in Kevin Savage's face, let him know, you can't guard me, you too short or something. I don't know what he said to him, but something like that. Look at this move right here. This is Jordan right here. This is Jordan S. I know this is a high school player, but it's a Jordan move, though. Right here, you got James right here. I wish he would step. Oh, he behind the three-point line. He had a late great season, man. They really missed Dakota. Look at this alley hoop right here to the Arkansas State commit Josh Hill scored 20 points tonight. Had to call a timeout right here. McEachern trying to call a timeout. He's on the run right there. Right, they playing a little bit of, but look at this. Wham. Man, from downtown, man. That's actually not from downtown. That's from the parking lot, dude. Dude, won't be denied, man. Won't be denied. Look at this. Missed shot. Doji and one. And right here, man. Look at this right here. This where they needed a big game from. Ricky McKenzie. Call a timeout. Cut the lead down. With about a minute left in the game right there. And then right here, Ace Bailey, Mr. Do-It-All, picks up the charge right here. A dunk by Doji right here to really try to finish it off. And right here, look at this nice block right here by Mr. Home Depot himself. And look at Mr. Savage shot that ball from him, and Ace was doing their best suppression. Of Ice Tray. Man. Doing their best suppression of Ice Tray, man. I mean, that's bananas right there, man. That's really bananas. I'm sitting there doing all these things, and I could have been doing something else while I was talking to y'all. What I needed to be doing. But I didn't know what I'm doing. I'm like messing around and trying to add something. Going to add this. Yeah. But, yeah, Mr. Do-It-All, himself, Home Depot. Ace Bailey, man. That's amazing, man. We watching. A lot of us don't realize we are watching history amongst us. We get so spoiled. So spoiled. Let me go on. Well, this is what I was doing. I wanted to pull this up right here. Mr. Do-It-All, Home Depot, Ace Bailey right here. They are 26-5 championship game. I got the receipts. Remember, to 32 points, 15 rebounds. I said he has to have a Paul George game for McEachern to be successful. Not an Ace Bailey game. And I swear, they make me like a prophet. Somebody's watching this podcast and they are relaying the message, or Ace is watching this podcast. And this joker, 32 points, 15 rebounds. That's a Paul George game. And that's why in the championship, he's just, the whole season seemed like to me he was trying his best to work with the team, play with the team, distribute it evenly, pick his spots. And he's playing like I remember when Jordan was talking to his father when Jordan's father was alive. Mr. Jordan was alive, and they were playing the Knicks, and they were down. They were down. And he went to his father and said, hey, what should I do? And Mr. Jordan told Michael, Lee, if they don't follow, you're going to have to do it yourself. And I'm not knocking McEachern and saying other people not doing this, but what I'm saying is AB4 is filling in the slack where it's slack and giving it tight. And he knows these his last games in high school before he goes and play in Rutgers, which he's going to go to Rutgers, but he's going to still lose to my team, the University of Illinois. I'm a big Illinois fan. He will lose to them. I told him already, get ready for the losses when you play now. At least 2, because I don't know, after that you probably be 1 and done, so you be 0-2 against Illinois on your way out there. But I digress. This man is making history, and it's all said and done, he's going to go down as one of the best players in Georgia history. I seen some OGs came back that I used to cover, was kind of hating when I was talking about him. Every era hates on another era. And just, I don't know why that is, but they were hating and not respecting history right now. God making history. So, you know, it is what it is. But Mr. Bailey, my God, AB4, woo. I don't know where you're on my Mount Rushmore of basketball players in Georgia that I have seen. I've seen a lot of great ones. And you're moving in that tier 1 Mount Rushmore. You're in my top 3 Mount Rushmore for sure. I got 3 different Mount Rushmores. And you're working at a number 1. And I'm going to do it later in the show. We're going to do predictions of the championship game. But they were led by 32 points, 15 rebounds by Ace Bailey. And you had Doji chipped in with 11 points and 9 rebounds, you know. And then you had Josh Hill with 20 points, finishing strong. And you got Mr. James, Amar James, with 13 points, finished off the season big time. But they really missed Dakota Subtle. They really missed him big time, man. They really missed him. Beating them, 63 to 56. Man. So what we got up now, with no further delay, we got Grayson going against Milton. And Grayson also making me look like a prophet. Like I know what I'm talking about basketball. I guess I know a little bit. I don't know. But I had Grayson winning the championship at the beginning of the year. No. So that's not going to change. That's not a big secret. So you've been watching the podcast. I'm not really doing a spoiler or anything when I'm going to talk about the game, my predictions. And we will have a preview of the championship by the end of the week before the game start and get breakdown. I want to bring on more than one. I want to bring on a couple of people for that. I really want to bring a couple of people on for that one. I'd love to if I can. But Grayson taking on Milton. And if you seen Milton playing in the Final Four, you're lying. Nobody seen that coming. Coach, man, he did a lot what he had. He actually did the same thing. He basically did the same thing that Willer did. Both of them fell up short. But it is, you know, you watching this, you already know. You're just watching it to see the highlights and see me run my big mouth. But Milton did the same thing Willer did. But the difference is Milton has more of a elite guard. Willer got good guards. Don't get me wrong. Willer has good guards. But you got a guy on the rise. Mr. Dixon on the rise. You got that guy on the rise. And his first name escapes me for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, Josh. Yeah, Josh Dixon. Yeah. Let's go ahead and punch up these highlights. So right here, going to start in the second quarter. Late in the second quarter, they got Amir hitting a 3-point shot. That's a big thing on that game. You got your center hitting threes like this, and you got Josh Dixon right here. Look at this dude, man. This dude is nasty. He's filthy, dude. He is filthy. The guy's filthy. Look at this. Highland, mid-range. Who said mid-range was played out? And you got Purdue Brown, Gicarri Harris with the finish. Coming off the screen. He slow played it and drive in using that left hand. Right, look at this. Look how, ooh, ouch. He broke him down. I didn't realize that when I first looked at it. He broke him down, and you got Ahmad right there hitting the shot right there. Is that Ahmad hitting the shot? No, that's Anthony Austin hitting the shot. Bam, this nice shot right here from number one right here. But second, third quarter where this game was won at for Grayson. Nice push by Gicarri right there. He's pushing the ball. That dude going to do real good at Purdue. But you're going to lose against my team too, man. You're going to the Big Ten too as well. Look at Josh Wood. I thought that it's marginal on body contact. Cut the lead to 8 right there. Had to call a timeout. Josh Dixon, you're gonna be doing some things this spring and summer, man. Right here, a little bit of give and go, sort of. Curl around, and he work him around, getting. Woo! Look at that pass from Josh Dixon, brother. You are ridiculous. All right, here you got Amir watching the cutter go through. You got the ninja sneaking through. All right, here. Oh, that's nice right here. This guy could have stepped up big right here. I need to go online and look up his name. I didn't check out his name. I should have. You got Highland right here. Savannah, I need too much space. Pull up and hit the J in his face. All in your face. In your face. Coming America, for people know what I'm talking about. Showing my age. You got Highland again with the and one getting nasty. He had a nice little tweet today, too. Says business is not done yet or something like that. Thought that was dope. Look at this pass right here and dunk into the man. Get filthy dunks right there. Woo. Look at this. Grabbing all on the rim. He towing that thing down. He got so pumped up for that, man. So pumped up. So pumped up. Man. Grayson, so far you make me like a prophet as well. Appreciate you. Had my predictions. And you can't say, oh, man, you front runner. No, you check the podcast. Are they all online? Audio and video. I've been calling this like I see it. And sometimes I call it so accurate in my personal opinion, people get mad at me about what I say. So my opinions actually come out to be facts sometimes on that. But, man, Grayson was led by Amar with 13 points. And then, they had the ninja, Gicarri Harris, with 12. The quiet leader. He leads by telepathy. What that boy so cold. He's so cold. He's going to fit good in Purdue. He's going to fit real good in Purdue. Fit real good at Purdue. And Joker going to fit real good at Purdue. So now this weekend in Macon, you got Grayson and McEachern. I didn't see, I can't remember. I had to watch and see my receipts because I don't remember I had Grayson playing. I had to think. It might have been McEachern because I didn't think Willer had enough firepower. Willer didn't have enough offense. They didn't have enough consistent guard play on perimeter shooting. So I know I didn't have them. And I didn't have Milton. I had to have McEachern in there. I had to. I can't remember, but I had to have both of them being the two top teams that would play face off against each other. And that because I'm thinking about the other teams too. Because Pebblebrook having a down year this year. It's just not that year this year. And Walton don't have enough firepower. They good. They well coached. So I knew that wasn't going to be it. But we're going to have a Final Four preview by the end of the week coming out. By Thursday for sure. We got a lot of stuff to do. We're trying to jam pack and do a lot of stuff. So I've seen a lot of people running out, putting highlights out of these games from last night. I don't sleep. So I'm up at 4:00 in the morning and I see a video just released 34 minutes ago. Like, damn, this dude that thirsty to put out this game. Like, man, I can't put my stuff out quick as them. I can. I can. And I might do this weekend. You might see what I'm talking about this weekend. I can, but I had some technical difficulties why this show's coming out so late. This show would have been out Saturday night, actually. Out no hustle. I got a system down on how to do things, and with the technology and equipment I got, I could do things real quickly. And I just got a system how to do things, but that's here and there and now. But I seen that guy like, man, this dude put out the video overnight. our podcast take a lot more production than we doing videos, graphics, as you can see, all these things. And then you got all these notes and stuff. And today is like the first day I actually took a lot of notes and wrote them down and looked down, because I normally memorize stuff. But I'll tell you the reason why I did that is 2 different games. And it wasn't necessarily the games. I can remember all these things, but I'm not real familiar with some of the players on Grayson, remember their names by heart. So I wanted to write down a lot of stuff. Wheeler, I know pretty much all the key players and their names. McEachern as well. You know, Grayson, I know most state players, but I want to make sure I can, if I had to look down and look at some stuff and look at the notes and the stuff I was talking about, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff and not messing up on air. Y'all like my black Santa Matters? Sure, I know it's March, but I still like it. And it went with my shoes today. So that's why I wore that. So my prediction, we'll go more in depth in this end of the week. I know y'all waiting to hear this. You know, I got Grayson winning. Of course, I got Grayson winning. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I got Grayson 59, and I got McEachern 52. They will fall short. Now, Ace Bailey, Mr. Home Depot Do-It-Yourself, has the talent and repertoire by himself to score another 8 points to bring him to the top ball 1 to win 60-59. But I think I have a good game plan. And that game plan is going to be have everybody else beat them. Even Ace going to get off. I don't know if he's going to score 30 points or 40 points, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to make Ace beat them. I can see it coming. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make Ace beat them. So this is a wrap for the Licensed Ball Podcast, the 7A Final Four. Thank everybody for watching, tuning in. If you listen to me talk now, that means you stayed to the end and watching all the way to the end, and I appreciate that. And I'm going to do what Cam Newton always say on his podcast. Like and subscribe, please. And tell a friend. Why? Because it's free and you might like it. It won't hurt. You're just going to promote somebody who's doing this nonprofit out of their own free time, promoting what they do. And then I'm like, parents, y'all gotta like and subscribe this, man, and share. Cause I'm talking about y'all kids and promoting y'all kids. You know, I'm getting y'all a good look. This is a sports center, local sports center, really, man. Not begging, just explaining why the importance of doing this. And the more you do that, more people can find this and better the podcast and do more things. So, you know, you can find us on all major platforms. And I really appreciate all y'all watching because the numbers are going up. They're going up big time. All right, I knew they were. I just knew I needed to stay consistent with it and do it on a regular basis. I knew it was going to go up because it's something that nobody else doing and y'all looking for. Everybody got a podcast, but they're not doing what I'm doing. And the reason why they're not doing what I'm doing, it takes a lot of work to do all this. But I got down to a science where it's not as much work as it normally would be. So a lot of people don't want to do this because it's too much work. That's the secret. But it's all good. That's why y'all have me. So check out more stuff coming out in the week. And until next time, peace.